Welcome back to Casual Thursdays. Oh yeah. Playing some Octopath Traveler. Cause that's just what I've been into lately. But it's momentous, I feel, because I am playing Octopath Traveler using my Xbox Series X. Hooray! Which means it was free because it's on Games Pass. I always feel weird saying free. I feel like I should be throwing up some air quotes, because of course it's not like free. Speaking of which, let me adjust the sound here. Okay, I think we're good actually. I don't need to adjust the sound. Okay, but yeah, one thing I really love about Xbox that, as far as I know, PlayStation 4 and 5 do not do, and I wish they did, and unfortunately my Switch doesn't really do either, just because of the nature of the controllers. You can plug some headphones into the PS5 controller, and a benefit of PS5 and PS4 is you can plug any old headphones. Most of them will work just fine. Xbox is a little more temperamental, but I did find some earbuds. Whoops. I found some earbuds that work. And you know, when you plug them in, the sound will then go through the PlayStation, which means it will no longer go through the HDMI, which sucks because I have the pass-through to record, you know, the game footage and the game sound. The cool thing about Xbox is, and I thought PlayStation did this, but I guess they don't. Either that or I'm just woefully inept at operating it. I couldn't find a way to do it. Xbox will play the sound through the HDMI and your headphones, or one or the other, depending on what you choose. So I can wear much more comfortable earbuds instead of my big clunky headset and do just fine on the stream, which is just wonderful news to me. Anyways, let's kick this guy's ass. I don't remember how strong he is. He's like moderately strong. I'm probably stronger though.
Too slow. How about you?
He's healing. What a jerk butt.
Victory.
That's okay. I bet we can take him out with a special move here. What's his health look like? Oh, it's still good. Alright, well, we'll see.
He's unbending.
Let's see what happens when we give him the unbending blade here.
Watch my blade dance.
Can't handle it.
The thrill
So,
of the fight.
I'm like... Dang, I do need to turn that down. I'm gonna start screaming just because I can barely hear myself talk. There we go. Ah, that's better. Anyways, I'm like, I want to say not quite halfway, but I have been doing a lot. Like, I've been going around specifically trying to find secondary jobs. So, let's take a look at the world map, because that gives you a good indication. For those who aren't familiar, Octopath Travelers is named such because there are 8 different characters all going through their own paths. You start in Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4 is the final for each of them. Most everybody hasn't started their Chapter 2, except for Therion. He's the guy I went with first. And when I originally played the game, I think I went with Oberic on Switch. So I thought I'd switch it up. But I definitely, since I've already kind of played this game to completion on the Switch, I'm pretty familiar with what I like about the game and which characters I prefer. So yeah, what I was doing though is I remember that you can go to these shrines and get secondary jobs, and I was going around looking for shrines, and I actually teleported to the town I'm in now, in Cobblestone, because I believe there, if we go south along here, there's another one of those secondary job shrines, which I am all about. Speaking of which, I should probably put the chat on. I don't know. Casual Thursdays is such a dice roll, because I'm really just doing this one for me, just for funsies. But it's cool if somebody just wants to come in and chill and, you know, jump into a game without much context, because that's what's going on. There's no start or finish to these, it's just whatever I feel like playing at the time. So that way I can kind of relax and enjoy my Thursday stream. I've explained the concept of the show a few times. I'll probably explain it a few more times before we're through. Yeah, let me get the chat up just in case somebody pops in and goes, I love Octopath. Do chapter 2 with the Guardian. Okay, so anyway, since I went to this town, I decided to go ahead and kick everybody's ass while I was here. She was tough. She was really tough, but I made it. Some of these are going to be pretty easy. They tell you, luckily, the difficulty. Oh, I haven't stolen everything from him. I'll just take that. Sometimes it's stealing, your success rate in stealing is dependent upon your level. So sometimes if you're lower level, things just aren't worth trying to steal. And if you have so many failed challenges with your character actions here, each of my 4 characters has an action assigned to them. So if you fail to steal or scrutinize, which are considered dark side actions, then you can eventually hurt your reputation and you can no longer use these to interact with the townsfolk anymore. Challenge and purchase. Purchase is like the light side of steal. I have the merchant, so she can actually buy his stuff from him instead of me trying to steal. And really the only barrier there is how much money do I want to spend, right? And then challenge, there is an opposite action called provoke by the huntress, and she uses like animals to fight. I guess that's considered dishonorable. I don't know why, because sometimes the dialogue I get from people when I challenge them, it's clear they don't want to fight, but somehow I'm not in danger of hurting their rep. Although provoke is actually probably the nicest dark side ability, because you only lose your reputation if you lose the battle. So as long as you don't recklessly go attacking people that are way stronger than you, it shouldn't really be that big of an issue. This guy's got 1 strength. So he's like, a battle, fair and square, to arms. And then the headman's like, I didn't ask you to put me through the motions, just the youngins in the village to protect it. So you have these battle points that I can increase, and I get 1 extra battle point per turn unless I've used battle points the previous turn. Then I don't gain it until the following turn after that. For this guy, since he's so weak, I'm just going to use the little battle point I get at the front in this battle now. And he's done. You notice Oberic looks a little different in battle than he does out of battle. That's because he has a secondary job, apothecary. In fact, everybody I think but Cyrus is working on a second job. I got a thief dancer, and then the merchant is also part thief. So that's cool. Now usually when you go inside after you challenge somebody, there's something cool inside for you. In this case it was a chest, but I've already challenged him, so it looks like I already got that chest. And I probably should write down which people I've challenged and which I haven't, because unlike stealing and scrutinizing or kind of inquiring into people to get, you know, information from them, once you leave an area and come back, they're standing back up and ready to be challenged again. So there's really no way to mark other than like notating it yourself, who you challenged and who you haven't challenged. I can't challenge children, which is good because that would be weird. What you got? Oh, I'm gonna take it. Ah, there we go, success. I had a 20% chance of failing that. Let's fight. Okay, so he's got a 2-star. He says it would be an honor to fight. He loves it. We might be able to take him down in 2 strokes too. Let's see. Pow pow. Nope, he stuck it out. We did break him though. So at this point we could use a decently strong ability to finish him off. Probably didn't need to be honest, but just the style on these fools. You notice these bonuses. If you finish the battle in a single turn, then you get the job points bonus, which we didn't because we had to use 2 turns, which will get you extra job points, and that's how you get abilities through your jobs. Break just means that we use like the stuff he's weak to in order to kind of bring down his guard, and every enemy in the game is weak to something or other. So we got extra experience for that. And then untouched, as the name would apply, because I didn't take any damage, I got extra money. So obviously the idea is to use all your character, and you'll see me throughout, like tonight, use all your character's abilities to try to finish the battle as quickly as possible, break the enemy, and not take any damage if you can avoid it. So this is a watchman. This village is in trouble. All the watchmen are weak. Seeing as how you're here and all, how about another fencing lesson? You got it. This is actually the town that Ulberich starts in.
Victory shall be mine.
It's a little starting baby area for Ulberich.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
So there we got untouched break domination. That's what we got for that. But again, he doesn't really give me much because he's a little baby guy. Oh, we got something still here. Oof. See right here? This 3%? Probably not going to happen. So here's what we can do. If, as soon as you leave an area, because I could also just save over there manually, but it'll auto-save before you leave an area. So if I were to go and say return to title right now, we could bring that back up. And as soon as I load back into my save file, the most recent save will of course be that autosave. And it'll put me right at the edge of town, right next to that guy. So if I wanted to save scum and try to steal this 3% purifying thing or whatever, because purchasing it, ooh, that's pricey. I got the money, but I don't really need any purifying dust right now, so I don't really care. But just to show what it looks like, 3%, let's see. He goes, "Hey, what you up to? Of a mind to cuff you one." Damn it, this one's not as dumb as they look. He always says that whenever he fails to steal. So it says I got 2 more times. So let's try to steal again. And I'm most likely going to fail this last one. I think you usually get 5 chances overall. I'm probably in the middle of like 2 previous failures from something else. Yep. So then it says your reputation in cobblestone has suffered. And then right there you can see it's red. I can no longer even attempt to buy, challenge, anything. I can't interact with the villagers anymore in this town. Now there's a couple ways you can fix this. We saved right before we did that, which is good. So we could save scum it and load. Or we can go into this tavern. Inside every tavern in the game, and there's a tavern for every town, there is a tavern master who will actually help you switch out characters and switch equipment between all 8 characters that you have, or however many you have at the time. And they will allow you to pay money to restore your reputation, where they'll spread good rumors about you. Since we did save right before, I'm just going to save scum it. Casual Thursdays is all about taking the easiest path. There's no pride today. But I'm not going to worry too much about going after his stuff, because I don't care. I don't really need the purifying dust right now. Maybe later on in the game, when things start to get real tough, secret bosses and whatnot, we might come back and we're using the apothecary more because that's an apothecary tool. But for right now, I don't really care. Now, I need to remember which way to go to get proper out of town. Because what I want to do is I want to follow up here and come down. I'm going to go through here and get right around here. I think that's where my next secondary job is going to be. So I think the proper way out of town is along the bottom. Let's see. South Cobblestone Gap. We'll see where that puts us. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll do it, actually. So yeah. Maybe we'll get lucky and see a Kate Sif tonight. That's an enemy that, like, it's basically like a, if you're familiar with Dragon Quest, it's a silver slime. Or, I don't know. That's I'm sure somebody's done a top 10. Like, the enemies that give you dumb amounts of experience points, more than, like, they normally should. Those are always fun to run across, but they're rare. So yeah, we'll see if we can... Luckily, we're really strong against the enemies in this area, but see if we can solve this puzzle of finishing the battle in one turn of all 4 characters. So first thing I can do... I can see how you have the symbols underneath them, and you uncover that by either fighting them or using an ability that Cyrus has. But I already know all the weaknesses for everybody, so I'm going to take this guy down. He only has 2 hits before he's stunned. And you'll notice you can see the turn order up top. So as soon as I do this, he no longer gets a turn this round. In fact, he's dead, so screw him. Like I said, these are baby enemies, so it's not going to get tougher until we go further south. For her, she can actually take down 2, because she has this move called Trade Tempest. Does wind damage to everybody. Again, why not bump it up a bit? Okay. This little guy is about to have a bad day. So this is what I'm talking about Cyrus. Cyrus automatically will uncover one weakness at the beginning of every battle. That's just a thing he does. He's actually one of my favorite characters. I even like his storyline probably the most. Okay. But I can actually go in here and manually analyze. And if I bump it up, I can get 2 weaknesses or 3 or however many battle points I use, which is pretty cool too. We don't need to do that. I'm just going to defend with things. I don't want to waste his MP. And then we're still on the same turn. I'm pretty sure this is going to kill the Rockadillo. You can see his name is in red, which means he's already like in critical HP. And he's finished. So that gives us all 3 bonuses. And again, it ain't much because we're in an earlier area. It's interesting the way the map works in this game. So basically everybody starts like in a tight circle almost, I want to say. Like all the beginning areas. And then as you expand out in the map in a big circle, like all the chapter 2s, and then you expand even further to chapter 3s and chapter 4s. And then as you get out to these outwards towns, that's where the level of the enemies actually starts to increase. And the really cool thing is the game will warn you before you go in an area what the level is like. And even if you weren't paying attention, like I said, it has that autosave feature. Okay, we're going the wrong way. We need to go the other way. It's got the autosave feature. So if you happen to go into the wrong area and just get bodied, you'll load right before you went into that area, which is really cool. So I'm not going to say that this game respects your time 100%. I mean, it's still a classic RPG, so there's going to be some areas where, like grinding, for example, just grinding for levels and stuff. It's going to take some time, but that's part of the charm. Like, people go for this type of game, myself included, because it's just it's zenny to me. It's fun to relax and hang out, grind some RPGs, that type of thing. I like doing that. I am into it. And I'm trying to see if I can get all the achievements in this game, but it's going to be tough. I looked up the achievements, and it's stuff like uncovering the weakness for every single enemy in the game, getting, you know, every single item. And I looked up, and there are quite a few missables. Let's see, Cobblestone, Sunshade. Okay, we're gonna go to Ripple-Tide, I believe. So I took note of the missables, so hopefully I won't miss any of them, but it's still a possibility. I mean, anything is possible. So we'll see how that goes. We'll take this guy down. Here, we might just go ahead and nuke everybody with Cyrus. So he's got these tougher spells here that do 2 hits, which is nice if you're, you know, hit targeting weakness.
Thus ends your lesson.
And he's got a charm that gives him like +6 SP, which is this game's version of MP or magic points. It gives him like 6 after every turn, but if he's the one that finishes the battle, he doesn't get it, which kind of sucks. But you know, what are you gonna do? Okay, we just got to North Cobblestone Gap. Cobblestone. We're still in baby danger level, but now we're at where we want to be. It says right there, it says Tressa spotted money. So my merchant, one of her unique abilities is really cool. Every new area we go to, I mean, if you go back and forth, it won't happen. You have to engage it in at least one battle. But if you do that, every new area that we go to, she's going to find a little bit of money. And she has a passive ability just from her job where we'll gain some extra money after battles, more than we normally would, which is nice, just for having her in the party.
Interesting dilemma.
She's a great person to travel with if you want to accrue wealth. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just nuke these guys. There you go. Oh,
You should have studied
my alarm's
harder.
going off for the actual stream. I started a little early tonight. It's casual Thursday. I figured, why the hell not? Anybody tuning in exactly at 8 isn't going to miss much other than like my overly long explanation of this rare esoteric thing called RPGs that no one knows about. Speaking of things no one knows about, though, I mean, everyone does because it just released today, but I saw the information on the new, like, handheld Steam thing. I don't remember what it's called, but basically it's the Switch Pro we all wanted, but instead of Nintendo, Valve made it. And it's for all intents and purposes a mobile PC, but not like a laptop. It's more in Switch form. It looks really cool. And it's only like 400 bucks. I'm thinking about getting one. Did they come out in December? Hopefully they won't be like in short supply. I mean, if they are, I'm not in a rush to get one, but it would be neat. Okay, let's see. This is interesting. It's showing a symbol that I don't see. Okay, it is a shrine, though. Shrine of the Healer. Yeah, so if you look on our little mini-map on the bottom, it looks like there's a shrine nearby. This must be it. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah! So I think this is going to get us Elberic's job as a secondary job. The warrior job, I guess is what he's called. I don't know, let's see. Hail, traveler. I am Brand, the Thunderblade. Unto thee, who dost boldly venture to this place, I impart the knowledge of the heavens. Cool. So the only person that doesn't have a secondary job right now is Cyrus, but I don't know if I want to make him a scholar warrior. That doesn't really make much sense to me. But then who could I switch out? We can make him a thief warrior. That's kind of cool. And then with that, we could just make him a dancer. That gives him more elemental attack and speed and evasion. That's good. Okay, I'll do that. I'm down with that. Alright. And then, now that we got that out of the way, we might be able to learn some more skills. So you see here on his thief ability, he's got one last ability to learn, but he has to get 5,000 job points. It increases. It starts with you have 2 of these already. And then you have to get 30 job points for the next one. You can pick from all of these, except for the secret last one. And then from 30 to 100 to 500 to 1,000 to 3,000. And then the final one unlocks last, and that one's cost 5,000. But then, now that we got new jobs, I can just come over here and start buying some of these. So it would be cool to, let's see, give him 1,000 spears, because we run into any Kate Sifs, that'll give us a better chance of hitting them. Although I've noticed that if you use certain items on Kate Sifs, that works too. But just in case we run out of items or want to try that out. So yeah, I'm gonna unlock 1,000 spears, and then attack a single foe with the polearm and act earlier. Let's sight. Okay, let's do cross strike. Cool. And you'll notice the support skills unlock as you unlock regular skills. So I go into support skills. He's got a few just from the dancer and then his own. And then now I can use cover, which I'm not going to, but because I think that's better suited on Ulberic. Yeah, I have access to it. It's pretty neat. Alright, let's see if Cyrus can learn anything from the job, from the dancer. Let's see. So yeah, augment elemental attacks. That's good. Augment physical offense. I think I'll go ahead and learn dark damage for sure. Increase speed. I'll do that one. Cool. So now I have a few skills I could learn. So he's got right now, prevents the party from being surprised by foes, which is nice. Increasing his elemental attack strength. And he regenerates HP every turn. This one just lowers the rate of random encounters, which is useful if I get into a really strong area that I want to fight guys in. Okay. 50% chance. I like this one. Recover a certain amount of SP each turn. He's already got that with an item, but it'll probably stack with this. So now he can recover magic and then not run out as fast, which is really cool for him. Let's see if anybody else has enough to learn some more skills. No, not yet. Okay. Great. Now, I think there might be another one of these if I go further south. I can't remember. There was a map I was looking at earlier that, I don't know. I could look up now, but I'd have to remove the chat from my phone. But it might be worth it. Let me take a look here. Okay, so we're looking for Octopath Traveler. Secondary job locations. Great. Okay, here's a map. This will help. So right now, we're at the one for the warrior. Ooh, that's not loading very good. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Shrine of the Thunderblade. I wonder why that's so bad. It loaded terribly. Okay, I think I can sort of see it. So it looks like if we go up this way towards the Moonstruck Coast, we'll actually find another one of those places. I don't think I've been to either of these places yet, which is probably why they're green. Yeah, usually if you've been to a place, you can select it and you can warp there. That's okay though. We're gonna leave here and we're gonna head north along the coast. That's what we're gonna do. Not that way though. Let me go back. There's this crossroads over here.
This is the beginning of your end.
This is the beginning of your end. Okay. So now he's got the dancer skill, Moonlight Waltz. So I can use that to attack both of these guys.
Over here! Out of my way.
And since he's part warrior, he now has spear, which I probably should equip because he probably just has like a base makeshift spear. Unless you like manually equip, you're not going to get like a good weapon. So.
How about you?
And unfortunately, we didn't take them down in one turn, so we're not going to get the domination bonus. That's okay. You see how weak the spear attacks are, though? That's what happens when you don't actually go and equip the new weapon for the job.
Victory shall be mine. An interesting dilemma.
Alright. It's really strong. Maybe even if I planned it out better, I'm not sure if I would have gotten what I needed. Alright, that's okay.
Let's do this.
Okay, let's beef Cyrus up and then use the Firestorm. There we go, look at that damage.
You
Good
should have
stuff.
studied harder.
It should be studied harder. And he leveled up, which is great. When you level up in this game, you replenish all of your HP and SP. So, that's nice. Cobblestone, stone guard, Wellspring, Everhold. What's this? Stone guard. Okay, I'm gonna see if there's a split up here. Okay. No, there isn't. Okay. Okay, what we need to do then is kind of hug the top right of the map. Over here, that's where the treasure chest, yeah. I wish the map was a little bit better locally. It kind of helps you, but as you can see, it's really fuzzy. It just kind of shows markers, and then you have to kind of juxtapose that with the overhead map to get a feel of where you're trying to go, if you're trying to go somewhere in particular. One thing she can do, which I think I actually am going to do, is she can donate BP to another character. So I'm going to donate it to Cyrus. Okay, we're going to take a hit from this guy, which isn't great, but now what we should be able to get in return is more damage out of Cyrus, which honestly, he's the one that's going to be able to damage both of these guys the best. Let's go for it. Here we go. That's how two of the same battle can go different ways. We were able to get it done in the same turn. We took damage though, so we didn't get the most money, but whatever. Okay, I think this is going to take us up the coast, which is what we want. Hey, we got some new enemies that we have to uncover. So you see we automatically uncovered one weakness, thanks to Cyrus. And I could try to guess, considering that the tougher variant of the same rat is weak to sword, wind, and light. There's a shot they might be weak to wind too, so let's give that a try. They were.
Out of my way.
And then we can go ahead and try swords. Let's see. They were. Okay.
The battle is truly joy.
They're pretty tough, though. Okay, now I'm going to use my scholar skills to find out the last one, because nobody in my team can use light unless they use an item. Yeah, okay, so they have the same weaknesses. So there wasn't much of a way to uncover that. That's okay. Now when Cyrus goes, he should be able to wreck shop a bit. Here we go.
Thus ends your lesson.
Alright, I can already see the symbol for the new temple up here. I've been here before, but it was very briefly. There are some enemies here that can be lost forever if you advance in the game too far, so I came here pretty quickly to fight them and uncover their weaknesses.
Come on, I've got
in fact, these Buccaneer guys are one of them. It was tough because I wasn't as leveled, so they were kicking my butt a bit, but we figured it out. Speaking of figuring it out, I literally still have not equipped Therion so he doesn't do, like, pitiful damage. We might be able to take him out in one shot here, hopefully. We'll see. They're not quite so weak as that.
Let's do this.
Okay. Let's bring this guy down. Maybe I can level them all with a single slash here, level slash. This is sword-based damage, but hits everybody.
Out of my way!
There we go.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
Okay, let me get in here and actually equip better spear for him. Yes, he has makeshift spear. It's not much of a spear, but it'll have to do. Ooh, this one increases speed. That's perfect for him. Speed is kind of what you want to focus on with a... Oh, she's... Oh, of course. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can switch out something different for her. Let's give you silver. Give her an arcane glaive. That'll make her wind damage better. And we'll give you the bandit spear. Okay. Very good. Well, there's a chest we didn't grab. And then one of Therion's abilities, there are purple chests in the world that only he can open as a thief. Even somebody with thief as a secondary job. Like, there are some abilities that cannot be imitated.
My turn.
Even if you get a secondary job. It's all their unique stuff that they do. Of course, the stuff that they use in battle, that's where you can kind of get some of that. Alright, let's bring his defense down.
How about you?
Okay, now he has Apothecary skill where he can hit everybody with axe damage. We're actually going to go for that. It's not going to do a ton because it's supposed to do more damage the more damage he takes.
My turn now.
But it did lower everybody enough so she can come in with Trade Tempest
The winds of fortune
and leave
howl.
them exposed. And then Cyrus rolls in like, you burnt.
Not bad. A passing grade.
I'll take it. Yeah, these are my like favorite characters as far as like who I'd like to travel with. I don't think that it's the strongest group. Therion probably definitely would need to get switched out because I think Thief is good for traveling and like, getting good equipment and stuff, but not for, you know, obviously a boss battle. But that's what I'm rolling with for now.
It's a good day for battle.
Out of my way.
This one has low accuracy, so you see a lot of misses, but he also does a lot of hits, so it's a trade-off.
Here I go.
Okay, let's hit this guy.
The battle is truly joined.
Cyrus comes in and mops him up. Oh, what? Somebody survived? 2 people survived. I should have... Oh, I
Out of
did
my
boost with
way.
him, didn't I? Oh well. They're just strong.
Now, what next?
I'm gonna save SP on him.
You should
Just
have
use
studied harder.
just bash him with a staff. Probably should have just defended. I didn't think I'd actually take him down. Considering he was low in health, though, I shouldn't have made that assumption. Oh, okay, here we go. Shrine of the Trader. Oh, this is good. So this is the Merchant class. Merchant's great because one of her final abilities is just having all of the cost of all her abilities. A great secondary job for Cyrus, I think. I am a trader. I impart my knowledge. There you go. That's great. Okay. So I'd actually much prefer that he was part merchant. Okay, so I can learn... I would probably never want to donate BP as him. But doing wind damage to all foes, that's good. This one's good too. I can literally just restore my own HP and SP and cure all my status ailments. Very nice. And then I can dodge a single physical attack, helpful for somebody with weaker defense. Now, the abilities that he just gained probably aren't going to be what I want to use because they don't stack. Well, this one doesn't matter. It's so using an item 25% chance we won't use it. I'm not gonna. This one right here. Equipping this skill with multiple characters will have no added effect, and Tressa, the original merchant, already has this equipped. So for now, I think I'm fine, but eventually I'm going to get an ability from her, from the merchant class that I really, really want, so that's going to be cool. And he gets access to additional weapon types. So this, actually, he would probably be much better with the Arcane Glaive. So I think, again, we're going to switch out what Tressa has. Give her the Silver Spear. And give him the Arcane Glaive. As far as a bow, it'd be better for her to keep... Well, she has Elemental Bow too, doesn't she? Dang it. She's got the other thing that has... She's got stuff that actually augments her magic. Since he has better magic overall, I'm going to go ahead and give him the stronger magic bow as well. Alright. He never really upgraded his staff. That's interesting. I should probably do that. I haven't seen too many in the shops, but I haven't been like looking that hard in shops either, to be honest. So, alright. So we have almost all the secondary jobs. Let me see if there's any more. Okay, that's a merchant job. That's the warrior job. We don't have the secondary job for scholar. We could do that. Okay, so it looks like this little symbol right here, this little crumbles, these are the ruins for the scholar jobs. We're going to teleport here and leave. Noble Court. But while we're here, you can see if there's anybody we didn't steal from, and we can heal up too. There's one ability that's not represented in my party right now, and that's to bring somebody along. Do you see how everybody has like a certain amount of strength? Well, that can actually be used to our benefit by either alluring or guiding, I think it's called. I can't remember what the other term is. Allure would be like the more naughty term, because you're using like sexual. You're like, hey girl. And then the other one's just like more religious, I guess. But you can entice people to follow you and then fight on your behalf, and that's what two of the characters do, Ophelia and Primrose. Ophelia is like a priest or a priestess, and Primrose is a dancer. We got here 15% for a soul knife. How much does that cost? Ooh, that's expensive. You got here. Again, wow. Okay, those are that's some stuff I actually probably want to get, but it is really pricey. And it would take forever to steal, too. A lot of saves coming, for sure. And you see, this one's grayed out a little bit. Sometimes there's level requirements to challenge this. I had to be level 30 to challenge this guy. But I can challenge this lady. I may have already challenged her. Let me see. Ooh, she's strong. You think you can force your way through here? I may have already done it. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it.
Now then.
This one's gonna be kind of tough, though. Hopefully I can do it again.
Too slow. The battle is out of my way.
Oh, yeah, she does, like, dumb amounts of elemental damage. Now I remember. Alright, I'm gonna hit her with one of these. Hopefully it can withstand the storm here. Jeez, that's a ton of damage.
Now then. No. My blade is unbending.
Okay, I'm gonna use cross strike.
Watch my blade dance.
She's flinching that off. She don't care.
Victory shall be mine.
Will it though, Ulberg? I don't know, man. It's not looking great, buddy.
Damn.
What are my apothecary skills? Rehabilitate. Oh, for status ailments. This is actually pretty good. I think, because I can prevent myself from, if there's a particular duel where I know the enemy's going to use a lot of status ailment bullshit, I can get ahead of that by preventing myself from taking, or actually getting status ailments for a certain number of turns. Okay. Let me just go ahead and use an item. I'm going to heal at this grape.
How about this?
Yum yum grapes.
The battle.
Take 2 shots from her. Dang, she's fast. Ooh, that's her big boy.
Victory
She's
shall
not
be
a big fan of mine. Clearly.
Victory shall be mine.
How's her? She's, oh man, she's still at like most of her HP. That's ridiculous.
Out of my way.
Yuck. What just happened?
Have at you.
Oh, I didn't boost it. Great, that's what I get for not paying attention.
How about this?
I feel really bad about that.
Now then. Have at you.
He actually boosted this time.
No.
Jeez, man.
My blade is unbending.
There we go. That's an unboosted cross strike. It's like 900. And this one's gonna be like what, 39 or 34. And of course, I have an ability that can increase my attack too, but I don't want to waste that turn.
Victory
I'm really
shall
trying to
be
get her,
mine.
put her on her heels. She's in red, so if I could
Victory
survive,
shall be mine.
I'm worried that the next hit's gonna be like the big one.
The battle is truly joy.
Okay, so you can see her. She's gonna go twice next. So I am going to heal for sure. Use my levels.
How
Not
about
super
this?
high. I've only done chapter 2 for one character, so I'm around like level 25 to 30. I can't remember exactly. Also, hi. Sayonara chill. Yep. Apt name, because that's what we're doing tonight. We're chilling, doing some grinding, hanging out.
Out of my way. Victory shall be mine.
Alright, I think with this next cross strike, we can take this chick down finally.
Is unbending. Watch my
Yas.
blade dance.
There it is.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
28. There you go. Alright, so what's behind door number 1? Oh, a purple chest. Hey! Alright, so this is the type of chest that only Therian can open, so he has to be in the party. But he's my first guy, so I can't remove him until... I know there's a certain point you reach in this game where you can remove your original leader. I just can't remember when. It's been so long since I originally played this on Switch. I think it came out... when did this game come out? 2018, maybe? I can't remember. I loved it, though. I was a big fan. So... playing it for achievements on Games Pass, I'm down to do that. Who else can we talk to while we're here? Oh, you just started playing this game a couple of days ago? Like for the first time, or just replaying it?
In truth,
Their entire story? Yeah, you might be right. Maybe
truth.
after that, then you can kind of pick who you want to be in the... Yeah, originally when I first played this game on Switch, I picked Ulberic. He was one of the guys that you could pick in the demo. And then this time, just because I know it's tied to how leveled you are, I picked Therion just so it'd be easier to steal from people. Oh, it is your first time. Who did you end up picking for your first character? Chapter 1. Oh, 7 out of 8 chapter 1's done. Nice. Right on. Well, I'm in the middle of looking up secondary jobs now, so I don't know if there is a requirement for them to unlock, but as long as you're strong enough to get to chapter 2s, you should be fine. And this is probably something that you've already noticed, but I was explaining in the stream that the map kind of starts in a tight circle for everybody's chapter 1s, and then you expand the circle for chapter 2s, and then so on and so forth. And as you get around to chapter 2s, you'll start to notice these little shrine symbols. Like here's one, Shrine of the Traitor. And here's one where we're going to right now. It's not showing up on the map yet, but it will once we get there. And it's going to show up on the mini map as like a little, it's like a little candelabra. Cyrus? Yeah, Cyrus is, I was just explaining earlier in the stream, Cyrus is one of my favorite characters. He is crazy strong. Also, I really like his storyline. It starts off seeming kind of basic. Without ruining it too much, it gets kind of eldritch. So if you're into Cthulhu and stuff like that, I think you'll really dig Cyrus's storyline.
Here I go.
But Cyrus is another one to get good levels on early on too, since his whole Inquire thing, or Scrutinize? Alphen's chapter 2 is the farthest away. Oh no! But yeah, like Cyrus's whole deal gets easier the more levels you have as well, so. Cyrus and Tressa. Tressa's great for like getting money, for sure. I wasn't a huge fan of her storyline, but she's just a great character to travel with because there's just so many ways she's trying to get you money. And the merchant class itself is pretty neat. True, true. Alphen's a great support character. In fact, the Apothecary class I feel like is more useful than the Cleric class in a lot of ways, so.
Now, what next? Thus ends your lesson.
But yeah, I got Cyrus as part merchant now. Oh yeah, I know, it's really funny, like a lot the stuff that can happen with that move. I used to do that a lot too for funsies. But yeah, I got Cyrus as a merchant right now, so that way he can get the final ability to have the cost of all his abilities, which is nice. Here we go, Shrine of the Sage. This is so we can get Cyrus's job as a secondary job. Okay, I wonder what their weakness is. Let's see if he's weak to fire. There's a big pile of weeds. Nice.
What to do?
Try wind. These
The
guys.
winds of fortune are howling.
Nope.
The battle is truly joined.
Also, I can't remember exactly what the order is, but all these weaknesses are listed in order, so these guys are definitely not weak to sword, because sword comes first and then dagger. My second playthrough, yeah, I beat this game the year it came out on Switch, and then I just came back to it because it was on Games Pass, and I thought I would go for the achievements. They're kind of tough, but it just gives me an excuse to play it again, which I don't mind because I really like it.
What's this now?
I did 100% it the first time. There is, not to spoil anything, but there is like a super secret boss that you have to complete in order to do that. But it's a lot of fun. It's very challenging, so you definitely have to go in prepared. But luckily, I mean, the game gives you plenty of time to kind of figure out, you know, good job combinations, especially with the advanced jobs and everything. So that's pretty cool.
What's this? Have at you.
And weak to axe. Nope.
What to do?
My turn. Don't start things you can't finish.
Hey, level ups. Alright, so now we get the Sage as a secondary job. Yeah, no, Analyze is great, especially the fact that you can boost it with BP, which is nice, so you can get like 2 or more at a time. And there's an achievement tied to analyzing every monster in the game. It's missable because there are certain monsters that'll disappear if you level up too fast. There's actually quite a few missable trophies in the game, I found out. Or achievements. Alright, now we got Scholar. I don't really need to use Scholar as a secondary job right now, but we got it. Yeah, for funsies, we can go and do a chapter 2. Is there a chapter 2 you'd like to see, or one that wouldn't ruin things for you too much? You can stick around. I don't really care which one we do, to be honest. The only chapter 2 I've done so far is Therian, so everybody else is up for grabs. I could go here and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Quarry quest. Yeah, it's true. Like, some stories definitely get better with time and others don't, to be honest. And I don't like that they don't interact with each other outside of those small cutscenes that you can press a button to view. I think the real charm with this game is obviously the art style and some of the gameplay mechanics with, you know, how you level and can customize jobs and stuff. The story, I'm hoping that Project Triangle Strategy will prove to be a better story, because so far I'm kind of digging how that's looking, and I got a chance to play that demo. So, and that's looking like it might be a little bit of better story. But yeah, this one just seems like it's more of a nod to classic games that inspired it. You know, it's not trying to do the most, but it's definitely serviceable. It's one of my favorite RPGs that I played in recent years for sure. But you know, anybody that ever, like, if I'm trying to recommend to somebody I know they don't traditionally like RPGs, I'm like, I don't know if you like this one then. It's not the one that's going to bring you over. I watched a Video Game Donkey review, and he roasted this game, but he doesn't like games like this, so I kind of expected him to. It was pretty funny. Let's see. I have a very good answer for this ram right now. I only got 1 character that rocks a bow. Actually, no, I have 2 characters. I forgot. I got Cyrus does now, too. Get out of here, sheep.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
Yeah, I don't mind it so much when somebody roasts a game that I like, because, I mean, I think he said it best, actually. You know, if you follow a critic, you kind of get an idea of what they like and what they don't like. So if he ends up liking an RPG, you're like, wow, that must be something special. We're really close to Primrose. Maybe we'll go to Primrose. But I remember him liking Persona 5 a lot, which is validating. Persona 5, I think, is one of the greatest JRPGs of all time. Like, it's insanely good. But I've been following Persona since Persona 3. I played Persona 3 FES on PlayStation 2, and that's where I discovered the series and really enjoyed it. Alright, let's analyze these fools.
What to do?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a different beast than a lot of modern RPGs that come out nowadays. They're a little bit more flashy, but I think there's still room for this type of game. I'm really into it. And again, like I said, I'm just enamored with the art style. And I think what really sets this game apart is just how they incorporate everybody's unique abilities. Like, for the longest time, Final Fantasy IX was one of my favorite JRPGs of all time. I mean, it still is, but it was like my favorite game of all time. And the reason why I liked it above other Final Fantasies was because everybody had a very defined part to play in the story, defined role and abilities. And I kind of liked that. I thought it added more charm to their character without having to dump a lot of exposition. You know, you got your story as you went along. And with this, every character has such unique and cool ways to affect the story. Like, I love the fact that Olberic just goes around challenging people to fights wherever he goes. It's kind of ridiculous when you think about it, but that's just what he does. You know, or Tressa's constantly looking on the ground and finding money wherever we go. Therian's gonna just nick everything that isn't nailed down. It's just, it adds a little bit of personality, you know, without having to put much effort into it.
Thus ends your lesson.
And what sucks, or what I feel kind of bad about, is some of the characters I'm most interested in aren't really that viable. Like Primrose, I think, has one of the more interesting stories for sure. I really like her as a character, but the dancer,
Come on, I've got
the whole that whole
things to
strategy
do.
doesn't really work into
Out of
my
my way.
playstyle, so I don't end up using her a whole lot. Oh yeah, steal everything. Save scum and steal it again if they catch you. It's actually been better the second playthrough because I know what stuff that I should steal and what I can avoid or you know, save for later. So I don't have to save scum near as much, which is nice.
Victory shall be mine.
But when my first playthrough, I definitely just stole everything I could.
Interesting dilemma.
But it didn't work. Reload the save.
Don't start things you can't finish.
Ooh, 45. Whoops. I took a harsh left turn. Hold on a second. That's not where we want to go. Let's go back. Jesus Christ. I can't handle that. I'm much too goody two-shoes to save scum, but I've had to regain a reputation for a bartender. Yeah, that's why I save scum, because it's so costly in the beginning. But again, if you know what to steal and when, and if you have your characters good and leveled, you don't really have to do it too much.
I've done my research on you.
What to do?
But there's some stuff that's like 3% or 8%, and I'm like, I'm not going to spend like $20,000 on... I'm stealing so I don't have to spend money on it. So, definitely going to reload that save. Let's see...
Victory! I will cut you down!
What I might want to do is fast travel somewhere else, because I thought this was closer to Primrose's story than it actually is. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Appreciate that. Let's see. Heal him.
My turn now.
The battle is truly joined. Watch my blade dance. Ah, the thrill of the fight.
Alright, let me grab this chest. What's in here? Pomegranates. Delicious. Kind of reminds me of Hades, another good game. Let's see. You can't fast travel there. Let's try... I'll go here and just go north. Let's go to the Sawarki. Yeah, Hanet's another character. I'm like, not a big fan of the way they have them talk. Did I steal everybody's shit here, though? That's probably something I should check. Take your stuff. Yeah, it kind of looks like it. That's interesting. I can't challenge this guy? Why not? Maybe level 4. Ooh, that person's strong. Oh, I don't think I'd want to challenge him if I could. What you got? Ooh, okay. I might want to buy that. Let's see how much it costs. Ooh, why is that so expensive? Wow. Okay, I think I am going to try to steal that. Wish me luck. Wishish. Okay. I'm longing to visit my husband. He's working in Boulder Fall, but the way there passes through dangerous woods, and I daren't go alone. If only I could find a kind soul to escort me there. Okay, I might be able to do that for you. Did I take all your stuff? I did. Okay. Alright, here we go. Wait, we're gonna get her to follow us first, because if I ruin my reputation here, I'm not gonna be able to get her to follow us. And I think we're gonna run her to Boulder Fall on the way out of here. Let's see. Change party. Okay, Primrose is higher level. Let's see if she'll be able to do it. Alright, Prim. You see that lady over there? Seduce her! Wait, whoops. I didn't mean to talk to her. Oh yeah, 100%. She loves it. Wouldn't you like to spend more time with me? Prithee, tell me the secret behind your beauty. Pray, come hither. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Alright. I'm gonna take you olive of life, sir! Come on. No. I find your actions to be most troublesome. This one right here, not as dumb as he looks. Come on. Give it. Come on. Give it to me. No. Okay, we got one more shot. This is for all the marbles. I am the worst thief. Damn. So our reputation has been destroyed in the town of Sapphire-Key. That's okay. Let's take this lady to Boulder Fall. Did she say Boulder Dash? I can't remember which one she said. I think she said Boulder Fall. Which I think we've been to before, so I could probably just fast travel there. Yeah, here it is. Bam! Okay. She said she needed to meet somebody here. Was it you?
Hello to you.
Yeah, that was a rough one. Poor Therion, he needs to level up before he tries that again.
What is it, youngin?
She said her husband was here or something?
Hello. The true thing.
Do you know of Mata's gang? I do not. Is it you? Are you husband? Oh, you are a stern guardsman. Oh, I hated this mission. I hated it so much. He has a mission where you have to like go and grab or steal revolutionary weapons from people who are planning to rise up against the poor people planning to rise up against the Ravis Manor or the rich people. And he's like, there's good on both sides. Thank you for stopping it. I'm a centrist. I was like, ah, gross. Oh, here we go. My love.
Hey.
Sweetness, you are safe. He's an industrious husband. But why risk the journey? Aw, we fast traveled. It's all good. Forgive me. I had a gift. Pair of shoes. Crivens. They're as light as feathers, but strong and stoutly made. I ordered them special from the cobbler. I thought they'd help you. Oh, what a nice lady. Thanks for the shoes. Thank you for fast traveling. Here's your reward for the quest. Brave cowherder. Yeah. Was that the one, the brave cowherder that you stole, like, cow poop from to give to another person? I can't remember. You did something dumb. Oh, we need to get in here. Oh, we gotta get it. There's an item in here. I gotta kick his butt. Hold on a second. Let me get old Barrick back. Oh, wait, this is not the tavern? Waha. The tavern might be in the other part of town. Hold on. What's your deal?
What's up?
Oi, want to join the thieves gang? No, I didn't think you would. Filching's too much like hard work. Gotta find a replacement. So I gotta find a thief. Okay. Cool. Oh, there's the tavern. Where's the nearest tavern? Okay, let's put Olberic back in and go kick that guy's ass. Did I steal your stuff? I did steal your stuff. Does it look like their head is upside down? I think their head is upside down. Look at this. Oh wait, no, it's not. He's bald and he has a mustache. The way I was looking at it, his eyebrows were like a mouth, and his mustache were his eyebrows. That was freaky. For a minute there, I was like, oh my god, what is happening with this guy's head? Okay, anyways, I got distracted. Have at thee, old man. Wonderful to meet a youth with fire in their blood.
Let us fight with honor. Victory!
And he's dead.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
We're knocked out. A fine fight that was, old man. Yay, item. What do we get? A falcon dagger. Oh, is that thing that attacks twice? I can't remember if there's a crescent dagger. Falcon. What is it? No. I might be thinking of a different game. And I already had a falcon dagger, too. Boo. Oh well, one more thing that we were able to grab, I guess. Okay, so... Can I fast travel from here? I bet I can. Let's see. Safarki. Still got a bad rep, yep. I wonder if that goes away naturally. I never actually tested that out. Probably not. Okay, so I'm gonna go... Actually, I should probably go left. Let's see. Flames Grace. West to Boulder Fall. We don't really want to go to Boulder Fall, but maybe we're gonna go that way at least.
Here I go.
What we do here?
Over here.
Yeah, music is pretty decent. I like the fact that the battle music changes depending on like which kind of circle that you're in. If you're, you know, out in chapter 2, it changes, and changes again in chapter 3 and chapter 4, which is pretty nice.
I will cut you down!
You should have studied harder.
Oh, who is this? Oh. Damn it, my reputation. I'm going to talk to them at least, what they're all about. As a scholar of the natural sciences, I venture into the field to study the habits of wild creatures. There are many rare specimens in these parts. It is a most stimulating environment. Alright, well, have a good day, sir.
I'll make this quick.
That sucks. My rep will, like, precede me to anybody surrounding the village. He's like, you're that guy that kept trying to steal from that old man. Who, me? No. Certainly not, sir.
You should have studied harder.
Gotta keep studying. Okay, I think this is the one I want to go to. Let's see. And then from here we can go north and get to a new area. Yep, okay, we got it. Alright.
It's a good day for battle.
Out of my way.
on.
Not bad. A passing grade.
East Victor's Hollow Trail. Oh, there's another, looks like there's another ability shrine up here I haven't been to yet. That's cool. Oh, it's like right next to us, too. Let me see which way I need to go to get there. It looks like I should have went up. Okay, we'll do that real quick. I wasn't even trying to go for one that time.
My turn.
Okay. Let's try a dagger on the rampant feet.
Nice try.
No,
Okay. Gonna hit this tree with an axe. There it is.
Here I go.
Sometimes it kind of makes sense. In a weird way.
what is the logical course of action?
Alright. This is a boosted analyze here. I could have guessed that almost.
Let's do this.
Okay.
No, my turn. Now, what next? Nothing will
Wow, they're stronger than I expected them to be. Figured they would have died by now. There we go.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
I'm trying to think of all the secondary jobs I've already gotten. This is probably gonna be the Huntress.
It's
Okay,
a good day for battle.
there you go.
Now then.
What to do?
Should have used the other one. Oh well.
Try this.
Let's do this. How is that?
I feel like I'm strong enough to get that in one go. Just gotta rearrange how I'm attacking them. Oh, there's an item in this one. That's nice. It's the thing I was trying to steal from the old man. It's like the game's like, here's consolation. A voice echoes in your head. Hail, traveler. I am Drafendi, the huntress. I am the hunter. Alright, so I'll give us the hunter side job. I don't know if that's a job we want to give to anybody just yet. He's part warrior, merchant, apothecary, thief. Yeah, I'll leave it for now. Maybe later on. I think the only job I don't have yet is the healer, maybe? Or the cleric, or whatever Ophelia's official job title is. Alright, so where are we going? Trying to go right, I guess.
Step right up. What to do?
What to do?
Don't
Okay.
No.
Good, I could take this guy down all day. Get this in one turn. Here we go. Yeah.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
Had to spend a lot of SP to do it, but whatever, I ain't afraid. I got items, I can replenish it, no big. Let's get Frosty. It's a little weird when the paths open up like this. And I'm like, oh, now I gotta check out the whole thing, make sure I don't miss any items. You know they're gonna stick a chest in the
Let us
corner
fight
somewhere.
with honor.
out of my way.
Oh, it's got a poison on it. Nice.
How much? I will cut you down!
Let's uncover... Actually, let's get this guy first, because he's going to die from poison, probably. Spear. Okay. Somebody out here got to be weak to fire, right?
Don't.
No? Okay.
Here I go!
Okay, what about the bow?
Now, what next? So much to learn.
No!
Yeah. And not only that, but eventually you'll get advanced jobs of the original jobs. So eventually you could have the advanced job of your job plus the advanced job of another person's job, making it like an uber double job. But to start off with, what I've done is gone around and get, access to all the other jobs as secondary jobs. So right now that's what we're working with. Right here, Oberic is a warrior, but also has apothecary as a secondary job. So while he can't mix items like Alphen can, he can access all of Alphen's abilities when he purchases them, and of course his equipable skills as well. And same thing with Cyrus being part merchant. He's not going to find money when he goes to a new area like Tressa is, but he has access to trade winds and all of her abilities, including her secondary abilities, which her last one halves the SP cost for abilities, which would be perfect for Cyrus to have access to. Best part about that, when you unlock the passive skills on a job and then switch to a different secondary job, you still keep access to those passive skills. So you can have passive skills equipped from more than 2 jobs as long as you purchase them while you have that as a secondary job, which is really cool. What was I doing? Okay, let me try hitting this little guy with a spear. Nope. Still trying to figure out what this marmot is weak to. Oh, there goes one of them.
My
Okay.
turn now!
Take this guy down if I can. Nope.
Interesting dilemma.
Alright, there we go. I'm trying to analyze all these so I don't have to do it later, because it's part of one of the achievements.
Victory shall be mine!
Normally I wouldn't care so much. Because,
The thrill of the
over
fight.
time you naturally unlock them, but I don't want to get stuck hunting that one monster that just won't show up in an area, so I just get it whenever they show up. It's going to be a pain in the ass as Kate Sifs, because they never show up. I actually had a lot more luck in the first time I played through this game, but I did a lot more grinding than I'm doing in this game.
To do.
And I've only seen one Kate Sif the entire time that I've played through this game so
Let's do
far,
this.
which is pretty crazy.
The winds of hope are howling.
it!
Weak
Try this!
to fire, lizard man. You certainly are.
Now then,
Okay, we know they're not weak to swords.
Out of my way.
Spears, nope.
What is the logical course of action? So much to learn.
There we go. The Lone Traveler achievement. Which one's the lone? Well, I've never played a game. The version I played on Switch didn't have achievements, obviously. So any achievements I'm getting now, I'm getting for the first time since I'm playing this for the first time on Xbox. Can you remind me which one's the Lone Traveler achievement?
Nice. Let's do this.
Alright, hopefully this will finish him off. We'll see. Not quite.
the bat. I will cut you down! The thrill of the fight!
Oh, this must be where the healer secondary job is too. I went after that on accident. Cool. I think after that I'll have access to all the secondary jobs. Which is cool.
Ready or not, here I come.
What is the logical
That's something
course
I'll
of
probably
action?
have Cyrus rock once he unlocks all the merchant stuff. Ooh, it's beat the whole game without squad mates. Oh, okay. So basically get through a single character's chapter 1 to chapter 4 without recruiting any of the other travelers. Got it. No, I haven't done that yet. I'll probably save that for like a second playthrough. I just wanted to go through and kind of mop most of them up for funsies, and then I'll probably start a secondary. If I were to pick just one character to go through their story mode, I'd probably pick Ulberic. I think that he, you know, obviously he's built to be by himself with all the dueling. But no, I haven't done it just yet. I will go after it eventually, though, for sure. Yeah, because even though I've played this before, it's been a few years, so for the second run, I can have it more fresh in my mind what to expect and plan accordingly.
The battle is truly joy. I will cut you down!
Hey, I think we got that in turn 1. Nice.
This is the beginning of your end.
Alright. He's not going to be weak to swords or daggers. Try fire. Nope.
How about you?
Give an axe a shot.
Here
Nope.
I go.
Try a bow. Okay.
Interesting.
Guess we're doing this.
Much to learn.
I hate it when they're weak to staves. Nobody wants to whack somebody with a staff.
Now, what next?
I mean, I get it, but still don't like it. Let's see. Oh, you streamed it for 17 hours and still haven't got all the... There's so much to do, though. It is massive. I like a game that, like, there's... It doesn't feel like there's too much extra, but there's extra, so it's constantly tugging you in different directions. Like, do I want to go get this extra character, or do I want to stick around and try to steal everything? You know, or do I want to explore this cave that's a few levels higher than what I'm probably prepared for, and, you know, or do I want to stick around this area and grind? Do I want to just duel everybody? Like, there's so many things that open up with all their abilities and everything, too. So, I think it makes complete sense that it would take a while. Like, I don't know how long I've been playing this game, but it's probably more than 17 hours for sure. at this point. Take that.
Now then.
What do you think?
Now.
All night.
There you go. Save some SP. There we go.
Not bad. A passing grade.
Yak was beefy. He's a beefy boy. Oh, looks like we're really close to the cave. It must be right here. There we go. Hey! Shrine of the Flame Bearer. Get money, Tressa. Thank you. Yeah, there definitely is a lot of filler in a decent amount of games. I agree. I feel like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 felt like too much to me. I know a lot of people like that game. I don't want to say it's a bad game, but for me, it was an off balance of too much stuff to do, and also a lot of tutorials, a lot of stuff you got to learn. And that's a game that I've had a few false starts on, and I can't seem to get into for some reason, unfortunately, as much as I've tried. Yakety yak, don't come back. That's right, we took out that trash. And then Tressa found some spending cash. I love, look at the snow. God, this is gorgeous.
Open for business.
This game is so
Victory
beautiful.
shall be mine.
Also, victory will be all barracks.
Out of my way.
Ubisoft games are the definition of filler. Yeah, that is true. They've been trying to make strides with recent Assassin's Creed games, but I still can't really get into them. So, I mean, if that's your, I mean, again, talked about earlier, kind of like Zen games. You know, some people really relax or enjoy a grindy game like an RPG like this, and others find it to be stressful or too much. And then I'm really into beat 'em ups. I play them on Mondays, and I really like to hang out and play stuff like Dynasty Warriors or Katamari Damacy. That's another good one that relaxes me. And some people just like a good, huge, bloated, open world game like a Ubisoft game, and that's what they use to relax, which is fine. It's not my thing. What, I can't steal from the snowman? Come on, man. The same but higher. Yeah, where it gets kind of loot heavy. Yeah, I had a few false starts on Diablo 3 because of that, but I actually ended up really getting into Diablo 3 this year. So it just depends. But I get what you mean for sure. Because sometimes it seems like the design, the reason why they're loot heavy is because they want to sell extra stuff. Ubisoft definitely does that.
Now, what next?
I was listening to a podcast recently where they were talking about how it just seems like every game is the same, or trying to be the same game, because every game is incorporating the same elements. Looters is definitely one of them, and I think the success of loot boxes and whales and stuff like Overwatch, you know, that kind of made that trend happen, and then Overwatch became a thing, and putting RPG elements and things. I don't mind RPG elements in a lot of games, but it needs to be organic. I feel like you can tell when the design is cynical and it's just made to make additional money rather than a good game, and I think that's kind of where it falls short. So it's a case by case. I'm not really down on any particular mechanic as long as it's implemented well. It's just there's a lot of examples where it's not. Ooh, Tomb of the Imperator, danger level 35. Yeah, let's go get our butts kicked a little bit. Maybe I can make it, I don't know. I mean, I'm like level 30-ish, just under. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, there are definitely cases of open world done right, but then there's also cases of it done horribly wrong. So again, if it's implemented well, I mean, I could think of one of the more famous examples would be Grand Theft Auto 5. I thought that was just fine for what it was. You could still argue it's still a little bit too big. Like, you take a game like either Yakuza series or Judgment. I played Judgment a lot lately. And Kamurocho is like the perfect open world to me because it's a small, compact map filled with stuff. So, again, if you can fill your world with stuff, then make it as big as you want. But if you're making it big just for big's sake, that's kind of where you lose me. Let's see. Let's do... Alright, level slash.
Level slash. Now, what next?
Victory shall be mine.
Okay, he's got a spear. Let's try an axe. Nope.
Here I go.
Nope.
Here I go.
Try a bow. And nope.
Out of my way.
Try fire.
Don't wait.
Yeah, fireworks. Alright, now they're gonna get a turn to actually hit us. This isn't gonna be fun.
Much to learn.
Be gentle. More offense, okay. Ouch. We're okay. Alright. I think we can make it. Let's throw some 1,000 spears their way. Looks like a bomb of snow. He does a little bit, yeah. Or like, if you know how like you have those where they had those generators where they can cross two Pokemon. He looks like a cross between Obama Snow and Feraligatr. That would be what that looks like. Let's see. Can't believe I didn't hit him with a single spear. That sucks. I use a spear attack and he didn't get hit by a single one.
Nice try.
The battle is truly joined.
What to do? I won't hold back.
Ooh, you know what? I'm actually going to give that BP to Cyrus. I'm going to give him all of it. So he could do a lot more damage.
For you.
Alright, Cyrus, give him the business. Yeah, not a bad idea.
Now, what next?
Like a longer, more drawn-out battle, that's definitely something I would go for as well.
Don't start things you can't finish.
It took a second, but we were able to fight the guy, so maybe we'll survive and get the loot. Give me the booty. Wakeful stone. Boo. I think that's just an accessory that keeps you from being put to sleep. I think I already had one too.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
Alright, let's see.
Level slash.
What to do?
Oh, who to give the nuts to? Yeah, I think it is a good idea to save them until you know what your ultimate team is going to be. And it's hard to know, especially in your first playthrough, until you get access to the late game jobs, the advanced ones. Because you can think Cyrus would be the best, but maybe it's Ophelia with Cyrus's job as a secondary. You know, who knows? It's really up for grabs until you get a more complete view of what everybody can do. So I agree with you there, for sure.
I will cut you down.
I think I've also been pretty much saving all the little stat nuts that I picked up.
Let's do this. The winds of fortune are howling.
What next?
Nothing will quiet the storm. The battle
I
is
don't like these
truly
guys
joined.
because I don't have enough attacks that actually take down their weaknesses. I mean, I have a few, but none I want to use a ton. Yeah.
What to do?
Alright. Guess I need to, though.
Have at it. I will cut you down.
Not bad. A passing.
Alright, I think we're going to need to replenish people's stuff before we move further. Alright, let's give you some SP. There you go. Delicious. Alright, I think we're good now.
Let us fight with honor.
Dang, there's more new lizard men?
Victory shall be mine.
Alright.
I will cut you down.
Out of my way.
Okay, they're weak to daggers.
Let's do this. Nice try.
Interesting done. Much to learn.
Let's do this.
Oh, that's interesting. Investing in Tressa for a heavy hitter. That's kind of the cool thing about the game, too. There's, I mean, depending on the equipment you grab and which direction you
Out of my
go
way.
first, which characters you pick up, there's all kinds of different things that you can do.
What is the logical course of action? Great inferno. The land. The battle. With each battle, I grow stronger.
Hopefully we get something cool in this dungeon. She's my only archer so far. Yeah, that's fair. Unit's a pretty good character. Like I said, I don't really... Or
It's
Hannah,
a good day
I'm not
for
really
battle.
super into her story-wise. I can't remember what her... Well, yeah, I can. Her unique ability of, like, capturing monsters and using them in battle kind of gives her more versatility. She's probably another good character, honestly, that you could do the Lone Traveler achievement with. Just because, depending on it, I mean, whatever area she goes to, she can grab different types of monsters for different types of situations. So, if you know the game really well, you can probably get through with her really easily. In fact, now that I think about it, I think I am going to try to go through hers for that achievement. It seems like a way better option just because of the range of weapons she can get without having to get any additional characters. Yeah, Alphen wouldn't be bad either. He has a really good way to self-heal, which is important, obviously.
Don't.
They're all viable in their own way, I suppose. I bet Ophelia would probably be the toughest one to do, though. She'd be like trying to do all white mages in the original Final Fantasy. Like one of those challenges.
Great inferno. The land.
Let's do this.
Alphen probably wouldn't really come into his own, though, unless you were really good at resource gathering outside of what you could do with the other characters, though. That's another thing. He's limited by the items that you get, and you can't get as many items because you're not collecting them through, you know, use of scrutinization and thievery and merchantry and whatever. So, and duels, like, you don't get access to items for any of that stuff with that playthrough. So that would hinder him a little bit. Which means it doesn't really mean that he's not viable, it just means he's a little tougher.
Howling.
Oh, the items in his hometown. Well, that does make a difference, but The advanced ones, though? Because eventually you have to get, you know, more rare and better ingredients to do different stuff. So there is that aspect of it.
I will cut you down!
Oh, I didn't notice that Cyrus died. I was like, where's Cyrus at? He got killed. Poor guy, he's just laying there dead. I ain't thinking about him.
Let me help.
There you go, buddy.
No.
Sorry.
Watch my blade dance.
RPGs I would recommend that are similar to this.
Let's do this.
Well, let me think about that for a sec. I would probably say Bravely Default. You probably want to get into that. What kind of systems do you have access to? Jesus, he died again. Come on, Cyrus. Fuck up, buddy.
Let me help.
No.
My turn. Let's do this.
Ooh, wow. They are strong to physical attacks. I'm in a bit of a more perilous situation than I initially realized. We're in trouble here. Let's see.
Here.
Use a stronger healing to get Cyrus up to speed.
Damn.
Xbox, Switch, and really low-tech PC games. Okay. Okay, well, I would recommend Bravely Default. You can at least play the sequel on Switch. You'd have to get a 3DS for the original one and for Bravely Second. Although I never really played Bravely Second, but the original Bravely Default is great. I assume the sequel was just as good. I'm about to die. This isn't great. It's like it might have been a bad idea to come in here. Let me see if I can flee. Come on. Yeah, Cyrus. That's my guy. A Nuzlocke? Yeah, that'd be interesting. And then a lot of people say that this game reminds them of Final Fantasy VI, and I can kind of see it. There's similarities with some of their stories and some of the characters in 6, so I don't know if you've, as far as what you're into as far as classic RPGs, but I would say Final Fantasy VI is a good one to play if you're into this type of game. I'm trying to think of what else, like classic RPGs. I mean, if you have access to Xbox, it's really cheap. I would seek out a digital copy of Lost Odyssey. That, especially if you're into story in your RPGs, has a really amazing story. And it has these really cool story segments. Like, the main conceit of the main character is that he has lived for 1,000 years. He's like immortal. So he lost all his memories, and as you go through the game, you gain your memories back just by seeing things that trigger them. And then the memories are retold through these story segments. And they read kind of like, they have music and sound effects, and the kind of words flow across the screen as you read them, so it's very, you know, kind of dynamic, I guess. And they're really well written and really touching. And it's by Mistwalker, which is the company that Nobuo Uematsu founded after he left Square Enix. At the time, it might have still been called Square, but he left after the Final Fantasy movie failed. And he made that, he made Blue Dragon, and he made The Last Story. Of those 3 games, Lost Odyssey is the only one I've finished. I've had a few false starts on both Last Story and Blue Dragon. I think they're good games too. Blue Dragon's on Xbox 360, like Lost Odyssey. I don't know if you can get it digitally still, but probably you can. And then Last Story was on Wii. I'm trying to think of what else, though. Because I play a ton of RPGs. I feel like I'm kind of on the spot, though. Let me see what I actually put in my downloads for... let's see. Hold on. Let me just take a quick look. I can probably get a good idea just by looking through these real quick. This is a good beat 'em up that has RPG elements, but I wouldn't compare it to what we're playing right now at all. Let's see. I didn't do a whole lot of RPGs on 360 for obvious reasons. That's not really what it's known for. But there were a couple. Like I said, Lost Odyssey and Blue Dragon really kind of stand out. There's Lost Odyssey. This is the very first RPG. I do have a Series X. This is the very first RPG I ever played, Phantasy Star 2. I actually had the original Sega cart. I got it when I was a kid, and I hated it at first. I was like, you can't control the characters? This is dumb. And then luckily I went back to it and tried again and actually really enjoyed it. This one I have to recommend with some caveats, though, because it is old school. But I have a soft spot in my heart for it, for obvious reasons. Let's see. Is there anything else? No, not on my Xbox. I guess not. Okay. Okay, what games did I download then? I downloaded a lot of Final Fantasies. If you haven't played 10, like, again, going back to older games, 9 was my favorite for a while. I think 10 has aged the best, and again has turn-based style, and it's like Octopath Traveler in that you can see the turn order, and so depending on the actions you take, you're influenced by who's going next, you know, your allies or your enemies, and you can switch in characters on the fly, which is cool. So it's like having access to your whole party. So I'd recommend 10 if you've never played it. Final Fantasy VIII was the very first Final Fantasy I ever played, interestingly enough. But yeah, if I think of any others, I don't know. What RPGs have you played that you like? That might jog my memory. But if I think of any others, I'll definitely let you know while we're hanging out. Okay. I just need to pay attention. I bet I can handle those guys. Just gotta pay attention. I got my ass kicked a little bit. We're okay. We healed up. We'll be fine. I can't remember if there are bosses at the end of these things, though. Hopefully not. I don't know if I can handle that. Classic Mother. Yeah, me too, actually. I really like the music and the conceit of that game, but I never got through it. I was playing it on my phone, actually, because I have a SNES emulator on it. And I really enjoyed it. It just never really got, like, I maybe got about 30-40% through the game and just kind of moved on to something else. It's a good game, though. So. Yeah, it would be a good remaster.
My turn now.
Or even like a remake. I was talking on my podcast the other day about, somebody asked a question, wrote into the show about remakes and remasters, and we're asking us what we would want to see remade or remastered. And one of the things I was talking about, man, this guy has really good evasion. One of the things I was talking about was how I'd like to see a 2D HD remake of, and of course that, you know, this art style was what they call 2D HD. I would like to see 2D HD remakes of all the classic Final Fantasy games, Phantasy Star 1 through 4.
How about you?
Early Final Fantasy or Fire Emblem? Okay, yeah, sure. So, Fire Emblem, I didn't really get into until Game Boy Advance. And those games are great if you like strategy or like tactics RPGs. My favorite tactics RPGs are probably Vandal Hearts, which you would have to find that for PlayStation 1. I don't know if they sell it digitally though, so you'd probably have to emulate that if you don't have access. If you can emulate on your PC. And also, a lot of people like Final Fantasy Tactics, but I really like Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. That's kind of my favorite version of that. And then as far as Fire Emblem goes, if you have a Switch and you haven't tried Three Houses, that was my game of the year that came out. Fire Emblem Three Houses is fantastic. I played a decent amount of Awakening, but I thought it was a little bit too anime. Like, I don't dislike anime. There's some anime that I really love, actually. But I think it's very tropey, and it can grate on my nerves. And I thought that Fire Emblem Awakening really leaned into anime tropes, and that kind of bugged me, so I never finished it. But the cool thing about Three Houses is it's kind of a cross between Persona and Fire Emblem. So you have your regular Fire Emblem gameplay, but you also, through conceit of the story, find yourself a teacher at this monastery or this academy that like teaches basically young kids like to be soldiers. It's really weird. And there's 3 houses, like 3 nations, where like they send the prospective emperor, prince, or princess of their nation. So that's where the 3 houses come from. And teaching them, you can align yourself with one of the houses if you want, and eventually learn, or recruit people from other houses. And through the dialogue and interactions you have with them, a la like Persona social links, then you can recruit them and they can become stronger in battle and stuff like that. So, and yeah, Persona series is definitely worth checking out. If you like this, I think you'll like Persona. Again, Persona 3 and 4 isn't super easy to get a hold of, although Persona 4 Golden, they put that on Steam. So you could totally get that, I think. I started with 3, I really like that, and 5 is fantastic. Oh yeah, the classic Final Fantasy. Now when you say classic, which ones are you talking about? Because classic can mean different things to different people.
I will cut you down!
Like 1980s. Okay. So let's just say like 1 through 6, right? Because that goes up through the 90s. I don't know. They've released them enough times to where, if you're just a fan of the series as a whole, you can get through them. Like, I got the Dawn of Souls collection, which is Final Fantasy 1 and 2 on Game Boy Advance, and that was my favorite version to play through it as. And I didn't play them in their haze, so the first time I ever played 2 definitely was on Game Boy Advance, and I think 1 it was either PlayStation 1 or Game Boy Advance. And it was upgraded enough to where I really enjoyed it, but obviously it's still going to have a classic feel. And the story's going to be a little bit more bare bones than this. Yeah, the original. They re-released 3 never came to the US until the DS version, and I never got through that. For some reason, the 3 kind of bored me. And I am ashamed to admit I never finished 4, 5, or 6. I had a lot of false starts with all 3 of them. The furthest I got was in 5, and I had that for Game Boy Advance too. So, I don't know. I started with 8, I went back and played 7, then I played 9, and pretty much every one since then except for the online ones, and I pretty much like them all for different reasons. But I have to say that the best Final Fantasies I've ever played would have to be 9 and 10 for sure. 12 for the battle system, but the story is terrible in my opinion. I hate the characters and the story in 12. 15, the gameplay was fun, but the story was thin. It was an interesting experience. So yeah, I mean, if you're going to play any of them, I would recommend 9 and 10. 7 and 8 if you're feeling saucy. So it just depends. If you really, really like 9 and 10, you might jive with 7 and 8 too. There's I'll tell you what though, since you are new, there's a really good YouTube channel that I discovered not too long ago. I talked about it on my podcast as well. And he focuses exclusively on Japanese RPGs, so you're not going to get a whole lot of information on Western RPGs, which I think are worth a look. Like, I know you don't like open world, but I really enjoy Witcher 3. I think that's a good Western RPG. But yeah, there's this YouTube channel. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Let me see if I can try to find it. Let's see, YouTube. Uh-oh. It's trying to play something. I don't want you to do that. Subscriptions. Here we go. I think it's called Gaming Shelf, maybe? Let me go to the G's here. I have too many. I watch YouTube. I've been watching YouTube like it's cable for like the last 15 years, basically since it became a thing. So I am subscribed to a million channels. Love me some YouTube. No, I don't think that's what it's called. I'm gonna find this channel because I think that you would really dig it. And again, he's really good. Like, he does a really good job at breaking down a lot of the RPGs and talking about new ones that come out. In fact, I discovered a new series through him that I really enjoyed, made by the same developer of Ys. Have you ever played an Ys game before? I'm not looking at the chat, so if you answer, I'll be able to respond in just a second. I'm still looking for the channel. It's worth it. If I can find it, it's totally worth it. Oh, that's weird. I wonder if he changed his channel name. I can't find it. Oh, there it is. It's under the. I hate that. They put the. It is the gaming shelf. That's exactly what it is. Okay. So if you go to YouTube and you search the gaming shelf, you should be able to find it. And you said you haven't played an Ys game? Okay, you have a Nintendo Switch. It goes on sale pretty decently. It'd be hard for you to find a physical version, but check eShop. Look for Ys 8. Ys 8 is one of the best action RPGs I've played in a while. It starts off kind of slow, and again, anime tropey. Like, I remember my friend, he gave it to me as a gift for hacking his PlayStation Classic. And I really wanted to like it, but when I first started playing it, I was like, oh, this looks cheap and dumb. And you're like on the ship talking to people, and I didn't really like it. But then very quickly, if you push through like the first 20 minutes, the ship crashes and you land on a deserted island, and then it opens up, and it's amazing, and the music's really good, and you're bopping and kicking ass, and it's got a Metroidvania style to it because the island kind of opens up as you find survivors and learn abilities. And they just recently released Ys 9 also for Switch, which I have, but I haven't had a chance to start yet. But Ys 8 was great, so I went ahead and bought Ys 9 with the plans to play it eventually. So if you like action RPGs, I would probably recommend that. Oh no, Ys spell here. I'll spell it for you. Hold on.
My turn.
There you go. Ys 8. It's called Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana. Try to spell that part. But a huge weird anime name aside, it's a pretty good game. Yeah, I really like Metroidvanias, especially if they focus more on the Vania. Like, I like horror themes. So, and I like stuff like Hollow Knight. It's pretty good too.
My turn now.
Now, what next? Great inferno to scorch the land. Have at you. Watch my blade dance.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
With each I grow stronger.
Again, I don't know if you're into podcasts, but we talk a lot about games on the podcast, so it's probably flashed across the screen a couple of times, but it's called Player 2 is Enter the Podcast. And anytime you want to send in some, questions or ask, my co-host, he's really, really into RPGs, so he might be down to discuss it with you. And since you're a streamer, maybe we can have you on the show. We've had streamers on the show before. It'd be fun to have you on and chat with you, especially as somebody who's newer into these types of games. That'd be a fun discussion. So let me know for sure. I mean, playing games a long, long, long time. Love them. Right on. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. We do it for the love. Let's see. I'm gonna use daggers on this guy.
Now, what next? The battle is truly.
Let's do this.
Out of my way.
Oh, I didn't mean to steal. Damn it. He's trying to use a completely different ability.
The battle is truly.
Alright, take him down, Cyrus.
Thus ends your lesson.
Oh, you used to host a radio show, you say? What show was that? That sounds interesting. I always thought that I'd like to work in radio someday, but then, you know, video killed the radio star, as it were. So that didn't really work out, but I respect people who can do that, because it takes a certain amount of voice talent for sure. Yo! Check it out, we got Kate Sifs!
Out of my way.
Oh no, they're gonna leave immediately though. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this should work, hopefully. Come on, hit him.
This.
Yes! Nice. We just got dumb amounts of experience points. Like, dumb amounts. And the best part is I actually broke one of the... So we're gonna get the experience bonus too, just for breaking one of the enemies. I'm pretty sure all I have to do is just break one. It doesn't have to be any enemy in specific, I don't think.
No,
Amazing. Yeah, I can't believe we got 2 Kate Sifs at a time. That's kind of crazy. Yo, let's just watch these levels rise. Yes! Give me the levels. Wow, we got a bunch of job points too. That's crazy. I actually haven't touched my skills in a while. I should probably take a look at that. Yo! Worth it. We're good on that. Really, for the merchant job, I just want that last skill, because that's the one that's gonna be super helpful for Cyrus. Endure. Let's see. Switch that one out. I don't need this one yet. This will be good for late game. Increase the maximum damage cap. Good stuff. Ooh, maximum HP by 500. I'm gonna increase my resistance and then maybe switch cover, because I can actually manually cover. It's not a huge deal. Okay. Incidental attack, snatch. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna switch that to snatch. I'll get some more money when she uses collect. Oh, I know. Yeah, that's a little quality of life feature I wish they had too. Where if you equip it, they just go, do you want to de-equip it from the other character or swap? That would be nice. I agree. Oh, okay. There is a boss here. Okay. Okay. It's been a while since we saved, but I really don't want to walk back because that's a lot of walking. I don't know. We're all level 30. I say we just go for it. I'm feeling froggy. Let's leap.
I will not fail.
Yeah, you should get a notification. I agree with that too. Ooh, look at this big boy. He's vulnerable, it says. Behemoth. Okay. Alright. That's a decent amount of damage on a character that has a lot of defense. That concerns me a little bit. But okay. Fair enough.
Here I go.
The battle is truly joy.
Okay, I don't have anything I can use to make a weakness. Okay, I think I'm just gonna...
Stand firm. My turn.
Trying to get his defense low so we can just attack him when we're ready.
Interesting dilemma.
Okay.
What to do?
What's it do indeed? He's about to attack. Let's see what he does. Gather strength. Ooh,
Out of my
I do
way.
not like that.
Death. Victory shall be mine.
Okay, he hasn't really attacked us yet though, which is good.
You shall be healed.
He said, "You shall be healed."
My
And
turn
then he
now.
hit him again. What a jerk butt. What? You missed? Come on now. People. Concoct. Okay. Let's see. Let's reduce his physical defense.
I see.
Set him up for Ulber to give him the hurting.
Let's do this.
And then I'm going to give one of my points to Cyrus.
For you.
Here you go, buddy.
Victory shall be mine.
Alright. Let's give it to him.
It's unbending. Watch my blade dance.
Yeah, 54. That's the damage you like to see.
That's a begin. Nothing will fight the
And he's back. Oh my god.
wall.
Okay, sure. Why not?
How about this?
Why does he hate Ulberic so much? I mean, I guess it's better than trying to attack
Out of
anybody
my
else with
way.
less defense, but still, jeez, man. Oh, he's already down to yellow, though. I
My turn
missed.
now.
How did I miss? Damn, I missed a lot. Oh my god.
What to do?
Okay, I'm gonna give that to Ulberic
Let
first.
me help.
Have at you.
Actually, I know I'm not gonna waste that. Let's see. Heal him.
Shall be healed.
Scott Sterling, what's that? Okay. I missed both? Alright, I'm gonna do HP Thief because it hits twice.
You're too kind.
Well, when it doesn't miss.
Now, what next?
Yeah, so when I hit attack, you see how it says Behemoth in yellow? That means he's like mid-health. White, of course, is the most health, and then red's when you're close to death. Of course, Analyze will show the health too if you want to waste a turn, but yeah. That is definitely one way to do it.
What to do?
Keep missing, and I hate... Wow, he healed for a lot. That's crappy. Alright. We're really close to hitting him with a tough attack, though, so I'm going to go ahead and beef his attack up again.
Victory shall be
And I'm
mine.
going to heal. Maybe I'll just defend.
I think not.
Oh, come on,
Out of my
man.
way.
That sucks.
What to do?
Please hit him. Thank you.
An interesting duck.
Trying to see if I should attack with him or not. Yeah, might as well. I gotta make up for some of the healing he did.
Victory shall be mine. My blade is unbending. Watch my blade dance. You're too
Oh, he's poisoned. Perfect. That really helps. Okay, she's not gonna be able to do much damage. I think I'm just gonna donate BP again.
For you.
Okay, trying to lightning blast.
have I thus
Wow, he just killed Oberic and then yeeted out. I mean, I know it's the poison that killed him, but it's so funny. He had such a vendetta against... Oh, he's like, screw you, man. If I'm dying, I'm going to smack you one before I leave. Jeez, what did you do to that guy, Oberic? Come on, man. That was personal. I ain't never scared. Alright, well, cool. We actually, we finished this little area.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
We really do. Come on, guys. You already beat the boss. Let us leave.
out of my way.
My turn.
What to do?
What is the logical course of action? Have at you. I will cut you down.
Ooh, these guys are tough. So much HP.
What to do?
Oh, okay, we're good.
Victory shall be mine.
Out of my way.
Try this. Great infirmity to scorch the land.
Not bad. A passing.
Time to teach you a lesson. Have at you.
Okay.
My turn now.
Have at you. I will cut you down.
Level slash.
My turn now. The winds of force are howling.
Now. A great infirmity to scorch the land.
Here we go. He still sticks around, though, don't he?
Try this.
And that's that.
That's that. I love how their little outfits change when they get secondary jobs, too. It's cool. Alright, I think that was a good little play session there. I think we'll probably end it here. It's been a couple hours, so thanks for those that joined me. I really do very much appreciate having company every time we stream. Tomorrow is Friday Night Frights, so I'm continuing. Tomorrow is likely going to be the last episode of Resident Evil Village, so if you're trying to avoid Resident Evil Village spoilers, I'd probably just stay away tomorrow, because it's literally the end of the game. And then after that, we're free to try out some of the cool, rare PS2 horror games that I just got, so looking forward to that as well. And we'll have a new episode of the podcast up on Sunday as usual, so I hope you'll join me for that. And if I don't see everybody until then, have a great weekend. Bye-bye.